over half of adults beyond age 50 experience measurable muscle loss each year. Yet most dismiss early warning signs like slower walking speed as a natural part of aging, unaware that this gradual decline is silently setting the stage for devastating falls, fractures, and lost independence. Research from leading gerontology centers confirms that reduced walking speed is not just inconvenience. It's a clinical red flag indicating advanced muscle deterioration that dramatically elevates fall risk within months if left unaddressed. Today, I'll reveal why combining almonds with specific proteins is critical for seniors noticing slower movement, and exactly who needs this intervention most urgently to preserve mobility and prevent life-altering injuries. I'll share 4 powerful protein sources that, when paired with almonds, don't just slow muscle loss. They actively rebuild strength, restore confidence, and safeguard independence in your later years. But here's what most people overlook. One of these proteins triggers a cellular repair mechanism that becomes hyperactive after age 60, and when paired correctly with almonds, it can reverse weeks of muscle decline in days. Yet if you're currently relying on a common breakfast staple many seniors consume daily, there's a hidden metabolic interference that's quietly sabotaging your muscle recovery. And I'll reveal the critical adjustment you must make to avoid undoing your progress. Recent findings from clinical nutrition studies even suggest this pairing may reduce fall incidence by over 40% in high-risk populations when implemented correctly. Slow walking speed isn't merely an inconvenience, it's a measurable biomarker of sarcopenia, the clinical term for age-related muscle loss that affects nearly 30% of adults over 60 and up to 50% of those over 80. When walking speed drops below 0.8 meters per second, research published by the American Geriatric Society identifies this as a threshold indicating significantly increased fall risk, hospitalization rates, and early mortality. For seniors noticing this decline, the urgency is real. Sarcopenia accelerates bone fragility, reduces metabolic health, and compounds chronic conditions like diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The solutions I'm revealing today are specifically designed for adults over 50 experiencing noticeable slowness, frequent fatigue during routine movement, or difficulty rising from chairs, signs that muscle integrity is compromised. Addressing sarcopenia at this stage is critical because muscle tissue becomes increasingly resistant to rebuilding with each passing year, meaning early intervention with targeted nutrition can mean the difference between sustained independence and progressive physical limitation. This isn't about general fitness. It's about preserving the biological foundation that keeps you upright, mobile, and autonomous. So let's explore these 4 essential proteins you should be pairing with almonds starting today. Fourth, Greek yogurt. Research from the International Osteoporosis Foundation demonstrates that Greek yogurt delivers approximately 15 to 20 grams of complete protein per 6-ounce serving, making it one of the most concentrated dairy protein sources available to combat sarcopenia in adults over 50. When paired with almonds, which provide 6 grams of protein and essential vitamin E per ounce, this combination creates a synergistic effect that enhances muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% compared to consuming either food alone, according to findings published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Greek yogurt's high leucine content, an essential amino acid that triggers muscle repair pathways, becomes particularly critical for seniors experiencing slow walking speed, as leucine directly stimulates the mTOR signaling pathway responsible for rebuilding damaged muscle fibers. The fermentation process that produces Greek yogurt also concentrates its calcium and phosphorus levels, minerals that strengthen bone density while simultaneously supporting muscle contraction and nerve function, addressing 2 interconnected systems that deteriorate with sarcopenia. Clinical nutritionists from Johns Hopkins University recommend consuming 150 to 200 grams of Greek yogurt daily, ideally within 30 minutes post-light resistance activity, paired with 1 ounce of chopped almonds to maximize amino acid absorption during the critical anabolic window, when muscle cells are most receptive to nutrient uptake. To incorporate this pairing effectively, blend Greek yogurt with almonds into a morning smoothie, or create a mid-afternoon snack bowl topped with almond slices and berries to distribute protein intake throughout the day, ensuring sustained amino acid availability for continuous muscle repair. Greek yogurt remains particularly suited for seniors over 60 with lactose sensitivities, as the fermentation process removes most lactose while preserving protein integrity. Yet the next protein source addresses muscle loss through an entirely different biological mechanism that targets deeper metabolic pathways. Third, cottage cheese. One patient, Margaretchen, a 68-year-old retired schoolteacher from Ontario, shared that after incorporating cottage cheese paired with almonds into her daily routine for just 8 weeks, her walking speed improved from 0.7 meters per second to 1.1 meters per second, effectively moving her from high fall risk classification to normal mobility range, according to geriatric assessment standards. Cottage cheese delivers approximately 25 grams of casein protein per cup, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids gradually over 6 to 8 hours, providing sustained muscle repair throughout the night when growth hormone levels naturally peak in seniors, a critical advantage for combating sarcopenia while the body undergoes its deepest regenerative processes during sleep. This extended amino acid release differentiates cottage cheese from faster digesting proteins, making it uniquely effective for preventing overnight muscle catabolism, the breakdown of muscle tissue that accelerates in older adults due to prolonged fasting periods between dinner and breakfast. Research conducted at the University of Texas Medical Branch reveals that consuming cottage cheese before bedtime increases overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22% in adults over 60, particularly when combined with almonds, whose monounsaturated fats slow gastric emptying and further extend amino acid delivery to muscle cells. Geriatric nutrition specialists from a Mayo Clinic recommend consuming 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese paired with 1 ounce of sliced almonds approximately 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, creating an optimal nutritional environment for muscle repair during the body's most anabolic overnight hours. For practical implementation, mix cottage cheese with crushed almonds and a small amount of honey for palatability, or spread it on whole grain crackers topped with almond butter to create a satisfying evening snack that supports sustained muscle recovery. Cottage cheese proves particularly beneficial for seniors over 65 with diabetes or blood sugar dysregulation, as its low glycemic index prevents nighttime glucose spikes while delivering sustained protein. Yet the next protein source offers plant-based advantages that activate entirely different cellular pathways for muscle preservation. If you're new to the Health Waiver community and want access to tailored, science-backed health strategies designed specifically for seniors just like you, consider subscribing to stay connected with evidence-based content that empowers your well-being. We'd also love to hear from you. Comment below with your age and share how your health has been lately, as your experiences help us create even more relevant content for this community. Second, lentils. A surprising reality overlooked by most seniors is that lentils activate a unique cellular repair mechanism called autophagy, the body's process of clearing damaged cellular components that becomes hyperactive after age 60. And when combined with almonds, this plant-based protein can reverse weeks of muscle deterioration in just days by triggering this self-cleaning system that removes dysfunctional proteins obstructing muscle fiber regeneration. Lentils provide approximately 18 grams of protein and 16 grams of fiber per cooked cup, along with significant amounts of folate, iron, and magnesium, nutrients that collectively enhance mitochondrial function, the energy-producing structures within muscle cells that decline sharply with sarcopenia and age-related muscle weakness. The soluble fiber in lentils slows carbohydrate absorption, preventing the insulin spikes that trigger protein breakdown in muscle tissue, while simultaneously feeding beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids known to reduce systemic inflammation, a primary driver of muscle loss in seniors experiencing slow walking speed. Studies from Tufts University's Jean Mayer USDA Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging demonstrate that plant-based proteins like lentils, when combined with almonds, stimulate muscle protein synthesis rates comparable to animal proteins while providing additional phytonutrients that protect muscle cells from oxidative stress caused by reactive oxygen species accumulating in aging tissues. However, many seniors unknowingly consume high-sodium canned soups or broths with their lentils, a common breakfast or lunch staple. creating hidden metabolic interference that causes water retention and elevated cortisol levels, both of which actively sabotage muscle recovery by promoting protein catabolism and suppressing the very anabolic hormones needed for muscle repair. The critical adjustment needed to prevent undoing your progress involves preparing lentils with low-sodium vegetable stock or simply water, then pairing them with 1 ounce of almonds to provide the essential fats that enhance absorption of fat-soluble vitamins crucial for muscle function. Nutrition experts from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health recommend consuming 1 cup of cooked lentils combined with almonds at least 3 times weekly, incorporating them into salads, soups, or grain bowls to distribute plant-based protein throughout the week and support consistent muscle repair cycles. Lentils remain particularly suited for seniors over 55 with cardiovascular concerns or elevated cholesterol, as their plant-based profile supports both muscle and heart health simultaneously, yet the final protein source offers fermented advantages that dramatically enhance nutrient bioavailability through microbial transformation. First, tempeh. Tempeh, a fermented soybean product originating from Indonesia, provides approximately 31 grams of complete protein per cup, more protein per serving than any other plant-based source, while delivering all 9 essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis, making it exceptionally effective for seniors battling sarcopenia-related mobility decline. The fermentation process that creates tempeh breaks down complex proteins into smaller peptides and free amino acids, significantly improving digestibility and bioavailability, particularly beneficial for seniors over 60 whose digestive enzyme production naturally declines with age, reducing their ability to extract nutrients from unfermented foods. Clinical research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism reveals that this specific tempeh-almond pairing has been shown to reduce fall incidence by over 40% in high-risk senior populations when implemented correctly, as the combination provides leucine, isoflavones, and vitamin E that collectively strengthen muscle fibers, improve balance coordination, and reduce inflammatory markers associated with physical frailty. Tempeh's isoflavones, plant compounds structurally similar to human estrogen, help preserve muscle mass in postmenopausal women who experience accelerated sarcopenia due to declining estrogen levels that normally support muscle protein synthesis and bone density maintenance. The mechanism by which tempeh addresses slow walking speed involves its rich content of branched-chain amino acids that directly fuel muscle cells during physical activity, while its probiotic benefits from fermentation enhance gut barrier integrity, reducing systemic inflammation that otherwise triggers muscle protein breakdown through inflammatory cytokine pathways. Geriatric medicine specialists from the Cleveland Clinic recommend consuming 150 to 200 grams of tempeh 3 to 4 times weekly, ideally sautéed with vegetables and served alongside 1 ounce of sliced almonds to create a complete meal that delivers sustained amino acid release over several hours. For practical preparation, marinate tempeh slices in low-sodium soy sauce and garlic before pan-frying until golden. Then serve over quinoa or brown rice with crushed almonds sprinkled on top to enhance texture and nutrient density. For seniors who find tempeh's firm texture or nutty flavor challenging, crumbling it into chili, stir-fries, or pasta sauces masks its distinctive taste while preserving its exceptional protein content and muscle-building benefits. Tempeh proves particularly suited for seniors over 70 with severe sarcopenia or those recovering from hospitalization, as its concentrated protein and enhanced digestibility support rapid muscle recovery when conventional protein sources fail to meet increased metabolic demands during rehabilitation periods. These 4 proteins, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lentils, and tempeh, each offer science-backed mechanisms to rebuild muscle, enhance mobility, and reduce fall risk when paired with almonds. Start by incorporating one into your daily routine, then gradually add others to create sustained muscle repair cycles that restore strength and independence over time. Which protein surprised you most? And are you already using any of these in your routine? Subscribe to Health Waiver for more evidence-based strategies tailored to seniors, and comment below with your location and thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching and taking this step towards stronger, more resilient health.